All right, guys, today we're gonna make beans for a rice and beans dish, Puerto Rican rice and beans dish. So we're gonna go through the mirepoix that we have here. First we have chorizo, it's a spicy pork sausage. Then we have Vidalia onion. Then we have garlic, cilantro. We have tomato paste, tomato sauce, some beef broth, ground cumin, salt and pepper. So first thing we're gonna do is cut the chorizo up and get that rendering out in the pan. So you could put it in a warm, dry pan because there's so much fat already in the chorizo that as soon as it starts cooking, it'll make its own oil, its own fat. Oh. Oh. Alright, so we're gonna let that So we're gonna let that cook for a little bit because I didn't turn the pan on. So while that's cooking, I'm gonna chop the onions up. It's not how I would do it, but it's getting done. And once the pork is rendered and crispy, then we'll add the chopped up onions and garlic to it. All right, so the all the pork fat is rendered out of the sausage. Now we're gonna use that fat to fry the onions and the garlic up. As long as we get some onion in the pan, we'll be good. So what we're making here is called a sofrito. This is a base of a lot of different Puerto Rican dishes. A basic sofrito is just onion and tomato, but this one we're adding some chorizo, some garlic too. It's gonna have cilantro in it, and then the tomato. So we're making like a special sofrito just for the beans. So we're gonna let this go 7, 8, 10 minutes, something like that, so the onions look nice and caramelized and brown. And then we'll come back for the next step. All right, so now we're gonna add the tomato paste, and we're gonna caramelize up the tomato paste a little bit, cook it down. It'll mix in with all the onion and garlic and become like a. All right, so once we're happy with the caramelization of the tomato paste, we're gonna add our rinsed red kidney beans. Mix that all up. The chicken stock, I think, went in, the beef stock rather, we added that. And then the canned tomato puree, that just gives it a little, the sauce. Get that all combined. Then we're gonna let that cook for a little bit. Let all the flavors meld together.
I think someone roofied Chris there or something.
Until we're happy with it. So we're gonna cut the video here and come back in a second. Now we don't like to add the cilantro too soon. Tomato sauce, everything's been simmering for about 15 minutes or so. We're gonna add see how liquidy it got there. Cilantro. So Caitlin's gonna take a whole bunch of chopped up cilantro that we washed very well, because cilantro could be very sandy. And you kind of let that go just for a little bit. So now we're gonna, and then it's basically done. Keep this on like medium low and let it put the cover on it and let it go for about 25, 30 minutes. That's it. I forgot to record the rest of the video there, but serve that over some white rice and you'll be smiling. You guys try to make it. It's good. And it's easy.